got silver and black. We'll talk about the game. So I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game. So.
Good evening, Raider Nation. I think I'm live. It sounds like I'm live. It looks like I'm live. But as you know, Turf is always struggle streaming, as lead attorney always says. Shout out to the lead attorney. I haven't seen the lead attorney in a while. I've been watching YouTube in a while, man. Obviously, just been trying to get myself back on track, with this new norm, new things going around. You know what we are talking about today. Appreciate you, fam. Let me know. See if we can get that up there. Yes, we are good. We are good. So, yeah, we diving right in today. We're going to dive right into the running backs and wide receivers. Running backs and wide receivers today. I want to pull up what our roster looked like last year at the beginning of the season, right? Meaning how many running backs we kept, how many wide receivers we kept. And let's take a look at the roster today and find out where that's going to stand, right? Let's do our best guesstimate earlier than everybody else on trying to set that roster today. Y'all with me? That's the goal, man. That's the goal. Turf is trying to put out there in the atmosphere what I think is going to come to fruition and how this thing plays out, because there are going to be some surprises. I believe there will absolutely be some surprises. I'm not showing the rules of how things can move forward before the first game as far as trades and so forth are concerned. But yeah, definitely we have to get into that. We have to get into that and talk about, what our expectations are. And I'm solely sticking to wide receivers and running backs today. Clearly, there's a lot to talk about on that offensive line. I mean, who knows, right? Who knows what's going on as far as that offensive line is concerned. There's still rumblings on tight end. That guy right there, Mayer, right? I think he's fine. I mean, I think it'd be crazy to look at doing anything other than keeping him and letting that be exactly who we run with as far as starting 12 personnel. And hey, being behind Brock, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure that's disappointing to Mr. Mayer, but right now, the way that we're building out this team, you got to get in where you fit in. And that's the beauty of what's going on right now. And that's what I like. The positions are starting to get tight. I wish it was tight in the wide receiver room for better reasons. Meaning that, man, we had a clear-cut number one. I think we have a clear-cut decent number two. I know. Boo Turf, you already know who I'm talking about. Jacoby Myers. I'm sure people aren't going to feel the things I have to say about him, right? I love the kid. I'm glad he's on the team, but as far as being a top tier is a number two wideout, I don't see it. So, but we're going to dive all the way into all of those things. So my other number one thing I wanted to just discuss is what is going on in the league today, right? Let me pull up my good old trusty. Let me see. What's going on? Bear with me. Yeah, let's see what we got popping here. Cheers to everybody for the ones that are having a little something. Yeah, I always have a little something. You know, I've been good though. I've been drinking water and things along those lines. So just to do a real quick overall recap, right? Under leadership of new general manager Spytek, we've made some strategic hires, and we have absolutely revamped this team, if you will, in this front office, right? Brian Stark appointed to assistant general manager. Not sure if everybody knows that, right? Brings experience from his tenure with the Broncos, where he and Spytek obviously previously collaborated, teammates, whatever you want to call it, colleagues, and so forth. We have Jonathan Stigall. He's serving as the assistant director of college scouting. He's got extensive NFL experience, over 11 years with the Jets. Not feeling that part, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. What are we going to do, right? Anthony Patch, hired as a senior personnel executive. Right? Patch is formerly the senior director of college scouting for the Eagles and contributed to their draft success. I mean, anything coming from the Eagles right now is so hot, it's not even funny, man. Yeah, it's not funny at all. I mean, you're getting some quality. And last but not least, Brandon Hunt joining as VP of Player Personnel. Hunt's background includes roles with the Steelers, Eagles, and he was part of the Eagles Super Bowl. So I don't think that doesn't even sound right. I don't even know what that's about. But I haven't been around, right? Turf's got to trust some of these untrustworthy sources. And that's why I love the chat, right? Everybody knows why Turf loves the chat. And it's because chat lives matter, baby. Chat lives matter. We're going to get into that here in a hot second before I start combing through. But yeah, as far as player developments, right? You know, Geno Smith doing his thing. From what I'm hearing, it's looking pretty good. Building up a great rapport with Chip Kelly. Hoping that continues. Right? Ashton Jeanty, Michael Mayer, Colt Miller. All of these guys started showing up, looking the part. Mayer has actually been getting praise from Chip Kelly. And these are the things, right? These are the tell signs, if you will, as far as when coordinators start, coordinators in position, coaches start talking about their players, how they talk about their players, all those idiosyncrasies absolutely can give you a little bit, right, of a hint as to how they feel specifically about a certain player. It doesn't always work out that way, right? But sometimes it does. And as always, we always love to make sure we holler at the chat. Chat lives matter, ladies and gentlemen. Chat lives matter, so we're going straight to it. First and foremost, man, my family is always in the building. Shout out Steve Jones. Running back by committee will help giantify our team. Just sprinkle in some McCormick's. Sincerely yours, Steve Jones. Shout out to Steve. I agree with you. A lot of people are going to have a whole lot to say to me in terms of Mr. Sincere McCormick, but we are going to get into it. We're going to continue to keep talking about him. He's been around for a while, right? For the diehards, he's been around for a while. If you pay attention, you know why. I mean, don't get me wrong. His best ability is not availability, and that's kind of why we have some of these problems. But we'll dive into it. Chewy's NFL News and Podcast. Raiders. Appreciate you for coming through, my man. Hope you enjoy the show as always. Nice chain, OG. Appreciate it. I thought it was fire, man. I got lucky. Check that out too, right? I got this ring and I got this chain in Round Rock, Texas. Shout out to Round Rock, Texas. So appreciate it. My guy, Hit Stick Stepper in the building. Salute, Unc. Appreciate you for coming through as always. Hope you enjoy the show. And last but not least, for the start of the show, we got my man Marcus Banks. Big Turf. Appreciate you for coming through. And as always, hope you also enjoy the show. Hit Stick, this coaching staff is solid. They're definitely going to be able to develop our young players. Bet. I agree with you, Hit Stick. I 100% agree with you. We have quite the position coaches. I think everything is ready for us to build upon. Am I sticking with my 6-7 wins? Absolutely. I know y'all don't want to hear that. You don't like it. But it is what it is, man. There's nothing I can do about it from that respect. Facts are facts. And bottom line is we're in some trouble. Our record is, our schedule is horrendous. And maybe I'll go through that again, right? Because I've already done it on a live, right? Shout out to Nibs. If you were on my first show back, we went through exactly that. And I got underwhelming record. Let's just say 6-11, I believe. Something along those lines. So we'll dive into that. Not today, right, as far as the win-loss. But you're not going to be happy with what Turf has to say from that respect. Anyways, so it's all good. It is all good. So obviously we can't compare, apples to apples, oranges to oranges, because we absolutely don't know what Chip Kelly wants. Let's keep it a bean, right? Nobody here knows exactly how he's negotiating, what is being kept, right? As far as the locker room, as far as how many people, right? How many wide receivers, how many running backs, we don't know. So when I'm guesstimating here on who's going to stick around and who won't be specifically at these positions, I'm not talking about placing somebody somewhere so that they can be special teams as well, but a backup. Nothing along those lines. We're talking strictly the running back room, right? And the wide receiver room. That's what we're talking about. That's it. So, last but not least, I seen my guy sneak in here. I'm not bueno. Turf. Appreciate you for coming through, my dude. Hope you enjoy the show as always. So, let's just go right into it. I am going to pull up, first and foremost, let me find it. I have to find our 2024 depth chart. And I want to find a good one. Let me see. I want to see if this is one archives. Yeah, see, I don't like this one because it's not showing me what I want to see. 9/2/2024, because this actually shows us not keeping Sincere McCormick, and that's obviously incorrect. And there is one that does, so bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to make sure I can find this. 2024. Las Vegas. All right, let's see if we can find this thing here. Unofficial 2024. Let's see if this is going to show me what I was looking for here. Yes, this is it right here. This is it right here. All right. And we are specifically looking at the running back, quarterback position. So let's dive right on in. Share the screen. We are going with 2024, I believe. Yep. Share. Bingo. Oh, my bad. I said wide receivers, didn't I? Y'all are supposed to be on my case about that. All right, so we have it set here. So as you noticed, I've already stated, this is at the start of last year, and we're only working specifically with wide receivers and running backs, right? So basically here, we're showing 6 wide receivers, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's it. And I don't even know why the Tulu Griffin is asterisked here. No idea. Shout out to Amno Bueno. Sent thumbs up for 10 jewels. No idea what that is, but it looked fancy. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, this stuff is crazy, man. Yeah. Crazy. Hit stick. I gotta pull this up. You got 8 dubs as the ceiling, 6 losses is the floor. I love it, bro. I am right with you. I'm right with you. I have us at 6. You know what I'm saying? I have us at 6 wins. I have 8 dubs as the ceiling. I should say I have 7 wins, 8 is the ceiling, and 6 is the floor. But, neither here nor there. Marcus Banks. 8 wins going forward is great. It only means the team is getting to know each other. The following season means we should be at 10 wins or better in second, third season. Bingo. See, we on the same page now. That's exactly how I see it. That's how I look at it. So, yeah, absolutely right. As far as anything less than 7, 8 wins being a disappointment, I'll put it to you this way: if we only have 6 wins, if we have less than 6 wins, that's when Terps gonna have a problem. 6 wins from 4 wins last year. We still don't have a number 1 wide receiver, as we'll obviously talk about here. And that's what you notice who's not on this list, which is Devontae Adams. So I'll even go with 7, but I'm pretty sure we only keep 6. And what's wild is I'm pretty sure we did not keep Britton Brown. We kept 5 running backs, right? Sincere, Lauby, Abdullah, Madison, and Zamir White. So that's where we at with it, man. That's what we have to choose from. I would like to say, from the existing crowd here, clearly no one knows who Terrell Bynum is. Alex Bachman, I don't know why he's hung around and continues to hang around. I don't get it. DJ Turner, we obviously know is gone. Trey Tucker is there. Look, guys, I understand. Shout out to Tracy Tucker in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Look, I get it. Jacoby is so disrespected. I don't know, man. I don't think it's disrespect. I really don't. The bottom line is you have to look at the numbers. No one's ever said he's decent or border. No, we've all agreed that he's above decent by far, right? Guaranteed he's above decent. But is he tier 1 wide receiver 2 talent? You tell me. Is Jakobi Meyers tier 1? Right? Tier 1 wide receiver 2. We already know he's never going to be a tier 1 wide receiver 1. He had a chance to shine. I get it. People are going to say he had no quarterback play. Blah, blah, blah. Neither did Brock Bowers. Look, and we can go back and forth all day with that one. But, I don't think he's disrespected. I just think that he's being put where he is, man. I don't, that's not disrespect. It's just what it is. Shout out to my main man, Pigs in the building. No number 1 wideout hurts, but I think Bowers will take some of that responsibility, attracting top defensive coverage focus. Yeah, there's no question. That absolutely is going to be the case for sure. Bowers is going to garner all of the attention at this point until someone steps it up in this wide receiver room. And that's what we have to talk about. We're already 25 minutes in, man. I haven't even started about the running back room. Although that should be a little bit easier as far as trying to, pan that one out. Running back room a little bit easier. So that's why I'm trying to tackle the wide receiver room first and foremost. And you are right, man. So complicated. He's complicated. Shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Happy Tuesday. Hey, everyone. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. And last one from Pigs, because, this is true, man. It's absolutely true. He's a great player and a teammate. You just can't pay him like a number 1 wideout or it will hurt the team. 100%. You can't pay him as a number 2 tier 1 wideout because it will hurt the team. He doesn't produce those numbers. He's had one great season, guys, as the number 1 on the team. And that's what I'm trying to say. Regardless of who your quarterback is, you got to kind of put those things aside. None of that matters. You just have to go off the stats, man. That's what you have to do. Bowers had a record year. Right? So that's how we got to look at it, man. And I think that's why you see what you see as far as disrespect. So we already have a number, right? We have a number on what we're sharing here. As far as what we got for wide receivers. I'm going to say we'll stick with 6. We're going to hold on to 6, right? But we'll put a bonus one in there. Just to keep in our back pocket. You never know with Chip Kelly's offense. He may pull a running back and add a wide receiver, right? Who knows? It is the third, it is the 3 wide receiver set as they are calling it. So, 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end set where absolutely we will hit this right now because I know people, you've had to be looking at this already, right? Everybody's been looking at this. And this is going to be our 2025 depth chart, ladies and gentlemen. Here you have it. I don't know who put this out there, who made it. I have no idea. We'll find that out later after the fact. This is a website, so if it's wrong, you know what I'm saying? If it's wrong, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. Arnold Olavida's in the building. What's up, Turf? What's up, Arnold? Appreciate you for coming through. As always, hope you enjoy the show. Chewy's is in the building. I'm going to put it on there real quick. But you got curse words in there, Chewy. It's the family show on Tuesday nights. Only time it's not a family show is when we got guests, right? I allow guests to do whatever they want to do. That's right. That's why they're guests. Come kick your shoes off, all that good stuff. And I appreciate that, Chewy's. Chewy's been holding us down recently, the whole Raider Syndicate. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. You know, we all in this together as far as this content creation stuff. So, yeah, we diving right into it as far as the wide receiver room. Right? You got wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3. That's what I'm saying. I could see us having 6. I could see us having 2 deep with 1. You know what I'm saying? At the you know, that hybrid. And then that's where you're going to get into, well, he's absolutely obviously going to have to be a special teams player. And I think y'all know where I'm going when it comes with that one, because Turf is biased. You know Turf is biased, and I'm going to be biased for as long as this kid is on the team. It is what it is. Y'all going to have to deal with it. So I'm just going to start right off on the top one. Right now, currently, Jakobi Meyers is our number 1. He's our number 1, guys. It is what it is. Behind him, you have Dante Thornton Jr., right? We all obviously know who he is, where he was picked. And I honestly didn't notice about Dante Thornton Jr. I thought he was more along the lines of like a Worthy type wide receiver where I'm not going to say gimmicky, but you know you're not getting the whole route tree. As a defensive back, you're not really worried about his short to midterm route tree. Probably just not worried. But you want to talk about that speed, that size, going up to get it and going out after it, now you got problems. So I was actually informed on the fact that this kid actually does have a route tree. Shout out to the people that known him, watched him, Oregon days. I didn't even know he played at Oregon. And guess who his quarterback was, at least for one of those years? Yes, Bo Nix. My favorite quarterback on the planet. So, yeah. I don't know. He's gotten a lot of praise. Can he really, though, come in year 1, week 1, and dominate as a wide receiver 1? Dante Thornton Jr.? What do y'all think, man? I'm nowhere near ready to say anything like that. You know what I mean? As of right now, Jakobi is our starter there. I definitely see Thornton maybe being a WR2. Right? Maybe he's no longer behind Jakobi, but alongside Jakobi. Right? There's a lot of scenarios here. But we'll keep him where he is right now. You know what I mean? Right behind Jakobi, learning, doing this thing. Now, this kid, Colin Johnson, I don't even know who this is. Does anybody know who Colin Johnson is? Colin Johnson, 6'6", 222 pounds. Texas. He's one of those guys. Do we think he's going to stick around? No, I don't. He was drafted in the 2020 draft, 5th round pick. Picked at 165 by Jacksonville. I think he went somewhere else, maybe Chicago, something along those lines. Just hasn't panned out. From 2020, it's 2025. So I don't see it. I don't see him sticking around. And then this kid, Zachary Franklin. Anybody know who that is? Rookie out of Illinois. 6'1", 190 pounds. I don't really know a lot about him. I'm not going to lie. I really don't know a lot about this kid. What I do love, though, is he's from Texas. Y'all know how I feel about these Texas players. By the way, did I tell y'all I was at another track meet over the weekend? I think I was online. Who was online? Yeah, I was online with Rundown yesterday. Shout out to Rundown, the hardest working man in showbiz. That kid he's for real with the baby and all. But yeah, running to Jamal Charles. He's coaching out there. Track and field. Track and field is in the state of Texas is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. First off, you'll never ever hear me complain about a gymnastics meet ever again. That little 4.5, 5 hours. Ooh-wee. Trust me, you won't hear Turf complain. These AAU track meets, we're not talking school track meets. We're talking AAU, the real deal, the cream of the top crop, the top of the top, bottom line, best in the nation. Jesus. We're up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. My wife won the one meet. She didn't get home till 9:30 at night. They got little houses out there made out of tents, portable ACs. They bring rugs. I'm learning. We starting to build out our little fortress. By year 3, year 4, we gonna be some serious vets in this AAU track thing. I digress. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know this kid. I really don't know anything about him. I don't think he's going to have a real legit shot, right? Him or this kid, Colin. They're just camp bodies at this point. So out of those 6 spots right now, I currently only have 2. I got 2, from this first row, and that's in Jacoby Myers and Dante Thornton. That's it. That's all I got. I don't have anything else, man. I see my guy is in the building. It's been a minute. Brent Beard, salute Turf, Raider Nation. Glad you could come through, man. As always, hope you enjoy the show. Let's see what else we got going on. Chewy's NFL news. Thornton's gonna ball. I don't disagree, man. I don't disagree. Pigs. This is a wild statement. Thornton moves like AB, but obviously in tall form. Hey, that sounds very promising. If that's the case, woohoo, we in for a treat. We are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. 100%. Yep. Chewy's, they're going to be focused on Brock, Myers, and Batch, leaving Thornton to cook. I'm not upset with that thought process. Yeah, I'm not mad with that at all. Geo Max is in the building. Raider Nation. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show, my guy. As always, Nathan Schrader. Bengals 2026 Super Bowl champs. I don't know about that one, Nathan, but we appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. And just for the record, your quarterback's my favorite quarterback. Shout out to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow. It's my dude. That kid is the real deal. Yep. Real deal. Arnold. Now we cooking with peanut oil, man. Yes. I agree. I think that now we cooking. We'll talk a little bit about that. For sure, we'll talk about that. Tracy Tucker, I think with Gino, everyone gonna eat. Man, I literally just had a conversation today with a gentleman about the fact that he kind of tried to dismiss Gino. I'm like, bruh, you can't. He's easily top 3rd of the league, right? He's easily top 12, top 11. So, we got to see. We got to see where it is, man. We got to see. Let's give it some time. Nathan Schrader. Jamar getting the triple crown again. I don't know if he's going to do that, man. But he the real deal, man. He is absolutely the real deal. 100%. Without a question. We got Yoshi in the building. What's up, fam? Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy this show. And last but not least, before we get back to it, Man, we got my guy, the celebrity, Billy Davis in the building. What's cracking, Billy D? What up, Raider Nation and Turk? Appreciate you as always, my guy. Hope you enjoy the show. So, we are through that first row. Now, this is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets tricky, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm not so sure Tre Tucker's going to make the cut. They got Tre starting, and I have to assume this is slot. It can't be wide receiver 2. We know there is absolutely no question that Tre Tucker cannot be a wide receiver 2. And if he can't be a wide receiver 2, we know he can't be a wide receiver 1. Right? So, yeah. It's just, this is going to be the biggest surprise to a lot of people. And I agree, Chewy's NFL News and Podcast. I think Tre Tucker's, has running scores, unfortunately. He's allowed them to bring in somebody that is very competent. Very, very competent. And that is my guy, Touchdown Tommy. Touchdown Tommy. So I got to put you guys on to why I'm so high on this kid. First off, it's just the pure numbers on the physics, right? I mean, if you look at him as far as all of these other quote-unquote converted people, his numbers are just ridiculous. A legit 4.40. I think he runs faster than that on field, and I think you can see it, right? He's got a 40-plus inch vertical, ladies and gentlemen. He's standing broad jumps 10 feet, I want to say. And then the most important part, his football IQ. He might be the highest football IQ player you've ever been around, if you've had a chance to sit and holler at Touchdown Tom. I know I'm putting a lot on him, but trust me, no one puts more on him than himself. That's the other thing, too. Just a remarkable kid. And I think that this door has been opened for competition. And I haven't even gotten to the other part of this yet. Because right behind Touchdown Tommy, you have Kyle Phillips. Look, guys. Kyle Phillips. I'll put it to you like this. I understand most people probably don't even know who he is. They have no clue, right? They're like, where'd this guy come from? You know, he's a 5th-round pick out of UCLA. He's small, 5'11", 189 pounds. Drafted in the 2022 draft by Tennessee. Didn't do much, right? Got picked up by the Jaguars. Didn't do much, right? Well, what we're missing is, I want to say at UCLA, he and Chip Kelly hooked up. That's Chip Kelly's boy. Chip is not going to bring his boy in off of a roster, particularly knowing that he has a shot, right? I have to look at it this way and say he's not going to do that. He's going to bring him in and give him a legitimate shot. That's just the way these things work. When you build the proper relationships, you're going to get a legitimate shot. Look, I have no problem admitting this. I know for a fact I got a fair shake, and the only reason I got a fair shake in San Diego is because of the stand-up coach that I had. Shout out Coach Fager, San Diego Mesa Community College. He's still around. He hasn't been coaching lately, but He gave me a fair chance. It was not a given chance. It was a fair chance. And I had to compete against some of the best out of San Diego. Guys that had full rides to UCLA. Big Pete. My boy Rodney. Where did Rodney? He had a lot of big options. And that was my first. That was my first year, man. Rodney Knight. That one of the biggest running backs that I've ever seen in my life, man. I'll never forget that kid. But anyways, long story short, this is Chip Kelly's guy. So sure, they got him behind, you know what I'm saying, Tommy and Trey. But who's really the oddball out here, guys? Trey Tucker is not this regime's pick. I think they're just giving him grace and doing him a solid, you know, and making sure that potential trade can happen. You guys tell me, because that's the part that I'm not aware of. I don't know how a deal can get done, particularly now after the fact, if you will, before week 1. But, you know, this Ketron kid, I don't even, again, do you guys know who Ketron Jackson Jr. is? No idea. Does he have a shot? I don't know. I'll give you this, though. Y'all know I love these Texas boys. Pause. Out of Baylor. Real true rookie. 6'3", 205. Man, I don't know. I mean, what? I don't know. He brings that size that you're looking for. You know what I mean? Right now, I'll put it to y'all like this. I personally have Jacoby Myers, Dante Thornton Jr., touchdown Tommy Mellott, 3, and my 4th, Kyle Phillips. I think he's gonna rock with him. So we're done with those first 2 rows, and we got 4 out of the 6 slots left. We got 4 more guys to discuss, man. We got 4 more guys to discuss, right? It's a no-brainer. It makes no sense to even, you know, have the conversation. Being picked number, you know, in the 2nd round, it's obvious. Jack Bech is going to start. The real question is where. You know, his perks or his strengths, I don't know if there'll be so much of those in the NFL as opposed to college. He can create separation, so, you know, he's going to be good there. I personally think he's another Jacoby Myers. That's what I think. I think he's going to be a great wide receiver, possession guy. He's no burner. You know what I'm saying? I don't see how it doesn't materialize any other way. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is, man. Yeah, it's Jack Bech's job. I mean, that's 5. That's 5 spots right there. That's 5. So we have one more slot. And there are a couple of names that I've already rambled off. Trey Tucker being one, right? Do we keep 2 slots? Do we keep 2 1s, 2 2s, and 2 slots? Is that our 6? If that's the case, is it Trey Tucker and Tommy Mellott? Or is it touchdown Tommy and Kyle Phillips? Ketron Jackson Jr.? I mean, I want to dive into it. I need to look into that further. At 6'3", 205, coming out of Baylor, Texas kid, Royce City. Yeah, I gotta look into that. I can't just dismiss that. You know what I'm saying? And that is absolutely something I am going to dive into before this camp really heats up, right? And they start making cuts. But I'm pretty sold on those top 5. Jacoby Thornton, Mellett Phillips, and Jack Bech. Trey Tucker, I think, is on the outside looking in. Alex Bachman, I don't even know why he's still around. I'm not even going to lie. I just don't get it. Now, this other kid, you know what I mean? We can't just dismiss, right? We have to pay attention. We have to look. And maybe we'll dive in a little bit more, later down the line, especially after, more of OTAs and all of this stuff is, kind of passed and we're getting more feedback on what we have. But this kid, Shedrick Jackson, 6'1", 200 pounds. He's coming out of the SEC, Auburn, first season. I don't know anything about him, but I mean, he's not a small-sized kid. I mean, I'm taking him over Bachman, and I don't even need to know what he's done. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Bachman. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why he's still on the squad. Doesn't make sense to me. But last but not least for this wide receiver room, another kid, Keyshawn Smith, 6'1", 191 pounds. He's from San Diego, my favorite city in the country, possibly even the world. Yeah, true rookie. We know SMU has some ballers, especially on the skill side. I don't know, man. This is going to be tough. And the reason I say it's going to be tough is because, without doing much digging, all 3 of these guys I don't know about could be some serious talent, right? And that's Shedrick Jackson, Katron Jackson Jr., and Keyshawn Smith. So, hey, anybody know about those guys? Anybody know about those 3 guys? Please put it out there. Let us know what you know. Just like people hipped us to Thornton, right? I did not know he had more skill sets than, slants, goes, and, basic fast boy stuff. Didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. So that's interesting, man. That's interesting. Pigs. I am still wondering why we didn't give a Keaton a look. Maybe it's sour not getting playing time last season despite the lack of winning. I mean, there's a lot of things, man. Rookies, they're always hard. College is still an area that you absolutely can thrive and not really work on your craft, right? Let's keep it a bean. Your talent absolutely will float you through college any way, shape, or form as you see fit. It's just the way it goes. And that might be what, the situation for Keaton. I'm not sure. With his size and jump ball ability, etc., I don't know how he didn't get more of a look. It just doesn't. It doesn't add out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, snap. Chewy's NFL. Shout out Gerald, Texas. Got fam out there. That's 30 minutes up the street, man. It's 30 minutes north. Shout out to your fam, man. In fact, my godson live up there. Yeah, it's not too far. Not too far at all. Yeah. So let me get some more of these comments in before we start diving into the running backs real quick. I'm way over time. That's all right. We're gonna go a little bit over today. Eric, Raiders, haters, Hunter, Erica Channel, Salute Nation. My guy always coming through representing, man. Appreciate you, bro. Hope you enjoyed the show as usual. You're right, pigs. There's a couple people that got to jump on me due to location, etc. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that touchdown Tommy jersey, and it will absolutely be signed, certified, the whole 9. I'm getting more than that. I'm getting a whole case. I'm getting a whole kit and caboodle. I'm getting it all, man. I'm getting it all. Chewy's Turf, you got us over 7 wins this year? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Chewy's. I think we're gonna win 6. And again, if you want to, you could check out the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 show. I want to say last week, my very first show back, from my hiatus, if you will. And I go through, and that's what's going to be cool about this, because I will do it again, and we'll see if I come out with the same scenario, right? It's 17, weeks, or 17 games, I should say. It's 18 weeks, actually. So we'll have to see. I think I'll come out with the exact same numbers. I'll give you guys a hint. We're starting the season 0-3. Yeah, we're starting the season 0-3. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. And yes, you're right. How can you complain about Geno? We had Gardner Minshew, bro. 100%. 100%. And Tracy Tucker, my bad, wrong button. Tracy Tucker back. Can't wait till the season starts. Another of people gonna be surprised with this offense. Time will tell. Geno gonna ball out. Good quarterback makes good weapons. I don't disagree with you. Now, that Trey start, I don't know, because Tracy, this is what I see. I'm going to tell you something that definitely looks sexy to me. And that's having Jacoby Myers, right? He's going to have to be, right now, he's going to have to be the one. Dante Thornton that 2, and Jack Besham that slot. That's nothing but size and terror. That is nothing but size and terror. That is just terrorizing. Any slot corner that has to deal with Big Besh, that used to be a tight end, I might add, that's going to be a problem, guys. That is going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. So we'll have to see how that rocks out. Arnold, are you from San Diego? San Diego is a second home, Arnold. I went to JUCO in San Diego. I lived in PB. I lived in Linda Vista. Where else did I live? I also lived in Chula Vista. Actually, once I graduated from Montana State, I worked for a company called the Laris Medical Systems in San Diego for about 6 to 8 months after college, and went back. It's my favorite city in the country by far. If it weren't for the poor school systems, all kinds of other stuff, y'all know what y'all deal with in California. I'd probably live there, be there right now. So yeah, I'm not from San Diego, but I got a lot of peoples, you know what I mean, that I play with, like brothers, born and raised. Know a lot of the old heads that, used to be the big ballers, if you will, the Darnay Scotts and E.J. Watsons, and there's a lot of guys. Jeff Blake, San Diego, quarterback. There's quite a few guys, man, from San Diego. That, well known. Obviously, my quarterback, my number one guy, T Banks. Shout out to Tony Banks, my dude, my quarterback, as T.O. used to say. Just plethora of talent out there, right? So look, I said we can give that bonus spot. I'm going to give y'all Trey Tucker because you're right. I think that Trey finds a way. I don't know how, especially if, Chip gets his wish and keeps his boy, Kyle Phillips. That would leave us with 3 slots, with one of them, potentially 2 of them, right? Because we all know Touchdown Tommy is absolutely going to be a gadget kid. You really can't count him as a full wide receiver or a full special teams guy or even a full gadget guy. You know what I'm saying? Can't do it. So yeah, it is what it is. Horton Plaza. I remember Horton Plaza very well, my guy. Yeah. Oh yeah. San Diego's, man, it's definitely hands down one of my favorites of all. So, Jacoby Myers, Dante Thornton, Trey Tucker, Tommy Mellett, Kyle Phillips, and Jack Bech. That's my 6 right now. That's my 6. But with the caveat of Trey Tucker is literally the last one, and it's very, very possible that Shedrick Jackson, Katron Jackson Jr., or Keyshawn Smith may take that boy's job. I don't think his job is safe at all. I think he's by far on the hot seat. Jacoby Myers is all set. All the other guys we named off, they're coming from this regime. Really, Trey Tucker's the only odd guy out. You know what I mean? That's coming from this regime. So that's tough, man. That's going to be a tough situation for him. I don't know how that plays out. But, yep. And you are right, Tracy Tucker. Competition motivates. So we're going to see if Trey earns it. We are absolutely going to see if he earns it. So now we are going to switch back, right? Because we want to make sure that we look at this running back room, unofficial depth chart. Let's see it. Now, wrong one. Wrong one. That was the wrong one. Hold on 1 second. Raiders unofficial. Here we go. There we go. All right. So I don't understand this running back situation. You had Zamir White, Alexander Madison, Amir Abdullah, Dylan Laube, Sincere McCormick, Britton Brown. We know Britton Brown got tossed. Dylan Laube. I'm assuming the asterisks is rookie. I was going to say special teams. But you have Dylan Laube here on special teams. Remember, I said I wasn't going to look at special teams specifically for this. But as far as this running back room, my bad. Let me clear out because you guys can't see with the message there. Yeah, as far as this running back room, bottom line, Zamir White, Alexander Madison, gone. I mean, obviously Alexander Madison is gone. Amir Abdullah, right? If you didn't know, I think he deserves his spot. I think he's earned his spot considering what's in the room, right? What's in the room, not, you know what I mean, as far as the talent that's across the rest of the league or free agents, because I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm sticking to my guns when I say it's an abundance of running backs. Don't get mad at me because we decided to use Zamir White and Alexander Madison, two that definitely weren't highly touted. I didn't make that up. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. We all tried to see the positives out of it, but it obviously didn't work out, man. Dylan Laube, I mean, I know you guys that want to see him do well for whatever reason. Good luck. Good luck. I don't see it. I don't see him sticking around. And we all know exactly how I feel about my guy, Sincere McCormick. So I personally think we will stick to 5 running backs. 5. Viva. 5. 5 running backs. So with that being said, we are going back to pulling up the depth chart. Here we are with the running back situation. This is where we are currently right now. And this is really, really interesting because I don't see anyone to drop, ladies and gentlemen. Do you? If we keep 4 running backs, I think you're looking at them. That's Ashton Jeanty, Raheem Mostert, Sincere McCormick, and Zamir White. I'm curious as to where this list comes from. Again, this is ESPN. Shout out to ESPN Worldwide of Sports. I don't know. Let me scroll. Let me take a look. Let me take a look here, because I don't see any more running backs, with the exception of special teams, where you only see Tommy Mellott and Dylan Lowby, right? Quick returner Chris Collier, but we know this is short-sighted, right? I mean, yeah, I'm glad I left the running backs last, because I mean, if this is all we have, this is absolutely what we keep. I just don't see that being the case. I don't see that being the case at all, because let's go. Let me go back. Hold on one sec. I'm going to check out our roster, and I'm going to sort by position. And you know what? It's really strange. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 running backs with Chris Collier, guys, who they have listed as a special teams kid. So it's very possible, ladies and gentlemen, this is your running back for 2025. Is it too late to try to deal Zamir White, get him out of here? Probably. He's in year 4. Doesn't make any sense. Chris Collier, I mean, 5'11", 210, coming out of a small school. I mean, he's got, youth on his side. He's cheap and expensive, but that's about all I see out of it. I mean, I don't know. And I'm still nervous that Ashton Jeanty is my Kevin Samuels, man. I am nervous. I got a new term for average at best. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, right? He got lifted into the stratosphere for telling a young lady she was average at best. And I want y'all to understand something. If Ashton Jeanty doesn't have the tackle breaking ability that he had in college, he will be lucky to be average at best. I know, and we picked him at number 6. It's just as bad as picking who at number 7. It really can be the exact same outcome. I mean, Tyree Wilson is average at best right now. He's average at best. Somebody tell me I'm lying. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Where am I wrong at? Kevin Samuels isn't average at best. Really? That's about as good as it gets in my eyes. And that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. That is where we are with this. And to say I'm scared is an understatement. I think we got problems. I really do. I think we have problems in the running back room, because we're hanging our hat on really one running back and Raheem Mostert, being the leader and the veteran of the group, hopefully, getting this rookie right, and this rookie being better than average at best. That's what we have to hope for. We have to hope for him to be better than average at best. And, we have to pray that Sincere McCormick doesn't need to be wrapped in bubble wrap for the season. He can stay healthy and contribute. And then I'm okay with our running back room. The fact that Dylan Lowby is still on the team, the fact that Zamir White is still on the team, with the abundance of running backs, I just don't know what to say with that. I don't know what's going on there. I think we are really putting too many eggs in one basket in Ashton Jeanty and expecting him to be what everyone is expecting him to be. And I just don't think it's even fair. I don't even think it's fair to the kid what's happening right now. But if he can bring that game to fruition in the big leagues, we got ourselves something. You know what I'm saying? We got ourselves something. And absolutely, we won't be talking too much about this wide receiving core because we won't care much about it with the type of running game we have. That all will come out in the wash, if you will, on top of the offensive line play, right? And where we go from there. But we are absolutely going to need stellar offensive line play, and we're going to need stellar blocking from our wide receivers because they are not a solid group either. We don't have a true number one, ladies and gentlemen. We have no true number one, and our number two isn't a tier one number two. I'm going to keep preaching this because the league is very competitive. I mean, there is no other more competitive place. And somebody is always on your ass. Somebody is ready to take your spot. Somebody is biting at your heels to take your job, even the Hall of Famers. They just waiting. Injury, slip up, miss a play, miss any kind of assignment. You got problems. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. I absolutely see some serious holes in just those two groups alone. People want to know why Turf is saying that we're only going to win 6 games. I kind of just laid it out there for you. I mean, our running back group can be good. We're going to be dependent on the offensive line. Did we do enough there? I don't know yet. We'll have to talk about that next one of these other sessions, right? And then the wide receiving group. We are definitely not better there. We are not better at all. And in fact, maybe the Chargers are in line with us, par with us. I would say they're worse. I know, and they have no wide receiving group. They have nothing. They got Ladd McConkey. I mean, at least we got Bowers. You know what I mean? But he's a tight end. Technically, he's not in the wide receiver room. So we got a lot of work to do, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of holes, and that's just 2 positions on our offense. We still got wide receivers. We still got linemen. We still got tight ends. We still got to talk about the quarterback play. I'm going to end with this. I don't know when. I'll probably do quarterbacks and linemen together because it makes sense. But I got to be honest. It is wild to me. And the caveat to what I'm about to say is I am one of the biggest fans of this kid that you're ever going to meet. But it is wild to me that people are actually thinking or, putting out there into the atmosphere that AOC is competing against Geno. That is such clown behavior. That if you're still holding on to ALC being the starter. I got a beautiful beachfront in Omaha, Nebraska to sell you. Where's my boy Tone at? Where you at, Tony Chef? I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I love Aiden O'Connell. I really thought he had a great chance. I thought he had a really great chance at doing some things for us. I just believe that with the inexperience of the previous front office and not really doing the things that was necessary for last year to be much better than a 4-12 season, right? We could have seen something out of Aiden. But that ship, unfortunately, has sailed, ladies and gentlemen. That ship is gone. You're hearing it from one of the biggest AOC supporters. I'm going to grab some of my stuff. I got a lot of AOC stuff as far as football cards, etc. It's over. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. The whole AOC thing is over. The only way you see AOC play this year is if Geno gets injured. I do believe. It's easy to say. I believe Geno Smith is our starter. AOC will be our backup. And the kid from North Dakota is going to the practice squad. That's what I believe. It'll be interesting to see what we do with Bradley. I thought Bradley played pretty well preseason as well as, OTAs, all those things from what I saw. I got a chance to go to camp. I saw, him play a little bit. I like the kid. He's a coach's son. That always goes well. And I know he'll get picked up. Somebody will pick him up just because of that alone. And who knows? Maybe he goes a different direction himself. Maybe he goes more coaching. Maybe he goes in the dad's footsteps. I have no idea. But I do see exactly that. Geno, AOC, and the kid from North Dakota State. So, there you have it. That is another episode of the Ultimate Raider Fan Show. I can't thank the fans enough, right? All of us fans, because without us, we don't have any of this. We can't chop it up, find out where people are from. Chewy's is from Fresno, Cal. 559, represent. Yeah, man, I enjoy this. I really do. I'm only 15 minutes over today. I did pretty good. But as you know, tomorrow, it's very possible that you might see the groundbreaking first show of the Knockout Canvas, featuring yours truly, Raider Transplant, Angelo, and myself, boxing, ladies and gentlemen. That might drop tomorrow night. Don't worry, we'll blast it out there. You'll see it. It's literally called the Knockout Canvas. It's a new channel. It's not on Turf's channel, right? It's a complete new channel. So you will have to like and subscribe. I will start to promote that after I have the very first episode. We definitely will be having it Saturday if we don't have it tomorrow. But that show is coming on. You already know my guy Spence. Dead in the Water. Thursdays, right? Thursday night, 8 o'clock. I believe we will be watching one of the NBA playoff games, which should be cool. I believe there will be a game on Thursday, right? Friday show, I'm hoping to get back on Friday, man. But I just told y'all about that pesky thing called AAU trackwear. Yeah, we the parents got to be up at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning now for 7 o'clock start track meets. Yeah, and they could be 45 minutes away. Even an hour. Yeah, not fun. So, we'll see. You already know, man. TRS, the Raider Syndicate, we are absolutely on the cusp of having yet another legendary show coming sooner or later. And yeah, we're gonna rock with that Turf and Rundown on Mondays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we're gonna keep bringing this heat. Again, can't thank you guys enough. Appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, Turf is out. Peace.
Let's go, baby. We all the way on the fourth row, baby. Yeah. You look good in that silver and black. Talk about the game, so I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game. So.